What's up, guys? Today I decided I'd make a video about every drift event that I went to in the 2021 drift season. Lock City this past weekend was actually the last drift event of 2021 for me. So don't worry though, there's still gonna be tons of street drifts and content and stuff. But I'm gonna go through every drift event I went to this year, may even throw in some street drifts too, and basically just go from the beginning of the year, like March when I started drifting, into now, November, and just talk about the highlights of the drift events and what really stood out to me and helped me learn and stuff like that. So I'm going to be voicing over all the videos, so let's get right into it. Alright, starting off right here, this is actually the first drifts I did in my Miata after it was turboed. You kind of hear it, just doing some donuts and stuff, really getting a feel for this car. It was actually still FMU at this point, just like 8 pounds of boost. And then here we go, actually street drifting it. Alright, now this is actually my first drift event ever. This was like May of this year, and the car was all stock besides the turbo kit, stock angle, no hydro, nothing. I had really crappy tires, and I was super nervous. I don't know, I wasn't in the right mindset, and it was still a super fun day, but you could tell right after this, the next event in June, how much I progressed. It's also pretty funny, if you look at these first like 3 drift events, I believe this one May, and then June, and then in August, you could see that it's just puffing smoke out the exhaust on all these exterior shots, and I had like a blown turbo, and it was actually just my PCV was like stuck shut, and I just had really bad crankcase pressure, so it was just smoking because it couldn't release the pressure. But I fixed that after a couple events. But yeah, this is all footage from the June event. I think this is the last clip, but I did end up linking the track a couple times, so that was cool. Alright, here we go, second event of my career. This is June of this year, and actually to this day the car is still stock angle, stock all that, but I had I don't know, it just ran a lot better. I fixed some like hiccups with the car where it would like stall out and stuff, and this day, as you could tell, I already looked so much better drifting. I was way more comfortable. I linked the track multiple times this day, like almost every other lap I could just link the track, and I felt so much more comfortable. Here's a onboard shot of that event, and it was really awesome just being out there and just whipping the wheel and being able to link the track. It's just so much more fun when like you know you could actually do it, and my friends were all hyping me up and stuff, and you know they're really supportive, so that was awesome. They're just cheering me on in the passenger seat, and yeah, Lock City is just so much fun. I love going to Lock City events. Heck yeah! This is actually when I started doing these hot entries. As you can see, I just manji right out the gate, and the car still smokes. It doesn't look as bad here, but it still smoked a little bit. But I definitely love doing those hot entries, but I think the next event my clutch started slipping, so I couldn't really do it anymore. Alright, here we go. This is August. This is my 3rd drift event. Night stage 2, so this was one of the first runs. As you can tell, it's like pretty late in the afternoon on a summer day. Like the sun was going to go down pretty soon. But I felt super comfortable. There's a new layout. There's no hairpin. It was just like a bean-shaped track. But this is also the most embarrassing drift event for me because my car smoked like horribly bad on this event, and like every time I drive by everyone after my run, the car would just straight smoke everyone out because of the crankcase pressure, and it just, after you're done ripping it, it would just, look at it right there, it's insane. But it was a really fun event besides the smoke, and I had the neon on, and it was just a fun time. Here's a little onboard footage. I know nighttime videos look pretty bad, so I'm only going to include like 2 shots of this, but it's already getting really dark. But it's super cool, like drifting at nighttime, especially when it's dusk like this. But right here, when it's like dark like this, the Miata headlights are so dull, and like it was really hard to see stuff. But it was super fun, and it felt like Mario Kart being out there with the neon like that. Alright, so this is when I like first got my Z. I started street drifting it in the rain. It was all stock, literally completely stock wheels and everything. And I just went out, had some fun with it, and really just wanted to learn the car in case I ever wanted to drift this on the track. I actually remember after this clip right here, some like lady came out and she was pissed. She like came out yelling at me and was like, "What are you doing?" and stuff. Alright, now I believe this is the September event, and this is the only clip I could really grab. Unfortunately, I don't know where the other clips are, but all these videos are on like my YouTube channel with like more detailed videos. But that was a super fun event. Then right here, I got the RPF ones for the Z, and this is when I actually started to like drift the car. It's just bolt-ons with RPF ones, LSD, no welded diff, no fuses pulled or anything. And I remember this was for my 500 sub special video. I was doing like a bunch of street drifts and stuff in it. Okay, here we go. This is actually one of my favorite drift events I've ever went to. I was in my 350Z, all stock, with just a different set of wheels on the back, and boy was that car fun. Like, I just got in it and it just clicked with me. Like, the Z chassis is so like easy and like forgiving, and let me tell you, if you guys want a first drift car, definitely get like a G35 or a Z, because it is such a fun car to drift and you could have so much fun with it. Like, I think this is one of my first laps ever in it, and like I said, the car was like completely stock angle, no welded diff, and you could just link the track like super easy in it. And that car is so much fun out on the track. This was just at Lebanon Valley too. It wasn't like a crazy track, it was just a skid pad, but that car is so much fun. Here's just another shot of like inside the Z when I was drifting it. And another thing about the Z too is, like, since it was all stock, like nothing's really done to it, the drive there and the drive home was so nice because I don't have a like tow rig set up yet, so it's like an hour and a half drive to Lebanon, and it was just super nice just being in a Z where you could just get in and go, and it's just nice and comfortable because, I don't know, compared to the Miata, this thing's like a luxury car. Alright, here we go with some more street clips of the Z. This is after the drift event and stuff, so I was obviously super comfortable with the car, and I did a lot more risky, like, high-speed entries in the rain with it this day. And I remember it was super fun to film this video. Alright, now this is a funny one. This is actually me drifting Jonas's 370Z, and I've never even sat in the driver's seat of this car, and we were at the drift event, and he's like, "Dude, try it out." So this is literally my first time ever in that car, and I was just raging it. I even, look right here, I whip it right at the wall. And shout out to Jonas for letting me drive his car, because it's a pretty expensive car, and I was just thrashing this thing, and he has a lot of trust in me, so that's cool. But his car was having some like weird hiccup where you would lose power, so it was kind of hard to link the track. But it was super fun to drive that car, and Here's just like the outside footage of ripping it. You can see I just aimed right for the wall on it. But yeah, like I was saying right there, that's like one of the times that happened is like the car would just give out and it would actually just stall, and what it ended up being was his fuel pump was on its way out, so it would stop just giving it gas. Okay, here we go. This is actually one of my favorite videos to this day. Street drifting the Z, and I was doing some really hot entries. I just love like going back and watching this video because there's the outside shot and the inside shot, and the Z just sounded so cool. It was out, the like spot we were in just looked really cool, and I just think this is an awesome video. I think this is the last run, and right here I got like super close to that pole. Yeah, that's it. You could tell on the outside shot, and it was just super cool. Alright, so this is my second time at Lebanon Valley in the 350Z, and this day sucked. This is my first lap, and it was a really good first lap. I aimed it right at the wall and everything. Car felt awesome, and then the second I got off the track, or actually I think it might have been like right here, it started feeling kind of weird, and it just misfired terribly the rest of the day. And weird thing is, Jonas's car actually did the same exact thing. His car was misfiring too, and like our cars had no problems prior. So I had to go to like an AutoZone really far away and buy a coil pack, and took all my seat time. I think I had like 3 or 4 runs in this whole day, which sucked. So that drift event really did suck. Alright, so this is actually some street drifting in the Miata. This is actually like only like a month ago, I think, and really just wanted to burn some tires off. I had some tires that were like really shot, and I had a drift event coming up, so I just said, why not burn them now, so I have brand new tires for the drift event. So I remember just going out here and completely smoking the tires off and having a lot of fun. Alright, here we go. This is Halloween weekend at Lock City Drift, and this was the Saturday, and it poured the entire day, but it was also my first ever time on Clubhouse, and one of my favorite drift events. Here we go, I'm on skid pad with this white S13, and I actually remember Jonas was with me right here, and he's like, yo, get on that guy's door, and obviously it was raining, so it was hard to do, but this was like the closest I've ever been to someone drifting. Yeah, it's not even that close, but like right up here we get pretty close with each other, and like before that corner, and I thought it was just pretty cool. You could really tell though how like slow, and I don't even really have to touch the gas to drift like in these clips compared to the next event when it's dry, especially on Clubhouse right here. Like I'm just gliding through these corners like this, and then when you watch the next drift event, the most recent one, I'm like going twice as fast. But Clubhouse is so much fun, and this is my first time ever, and it was soaked, so I don't have that much great footage just because it was pouring the whole day, but that was a blast. Alright, here's a clip of the Z. I just threw this in because I really just like the way the Z sounds in this clip, and I think it's just so sick how the Z completely smokes them out in second gear like this. I love how the car is just leaving a big cloud of smoke behind it. All right, now we are up to the last drift event, which was last weekend, November 13th, and here we are on skid pad. Absolutely killed this skid pad. It was another hairpin setup, and I thought it was super fun. The Miata, like, really, I got super comfortable with the hairpin, and I could like link it perfectly. I got like super technical. I think I might show it right here, but the Miata felt so good this day. Yeah, I got really close in there and could just swing the car back out that way. And that was just a really fun movement to do in the Miata. Alright, now I'm out on Clubhouse here, and like I was saying earlier, you could really tell how much faster I'm going. Like, if you look right here, I'm moving pretty good through the course. In the dry Clubhouse, you're going pretty fast the whole time. And this is my first time ever drifting Clubhouse in the dry, and it was such a fun time. This is by far my favorite drift event ever, and I cannot wait for the 2022 season. I'm still stock angle, no hydro, and I'm really trying to get angle mod next year because I think the Miata will do a lot better, but I could get away with it pretty good right now, and it just is crazy to see how from like May this year to now the progression I've had, and it's really cool to just check out my old clips and then look at my new ones and like look how much I've improved, and it's really cool to me, and I really am happy with how this drift season went. I remember right here just like aiming right for the crowd right there and then hucking it back, and George was just hyping me up in the passenger seat, and like this was such a fun event, and just being on Clubhouse was so much fun. Lock City knows how to just have an awesome drift event, and they set it up so good, and honestly Lock City is just the best around, so I'm so glad that I live like only like an hour away from it, because it's the best drifting you could really do, to me anyways.
I love the fucking entry, dude. You like that? That was sick.
Alright, so that's the end of the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed the breakdown and the recap of all the drift events I went to this year, and I want to thank everyone who is subscribed and watches this channel, because it really makes me happy just seeing comments saying, you know, you're killing it, or literally anything like that. Any engagement on the channel is really cool to me, and just makes my day so much better. So I want to thank all you guys. I'm gonna keep making videos as much as I can, like I have been doing. The winter season, obviously it's gonna slow down like the seasonal drifting and stuff, but there's still gonna be tons of street drifting, tons of working on the cars and stuff, snow drifting, and I'm really fortunate too that both my cars are super healthy after the drift season, and it's just time to build them up now. Like, they're both mint, and I couldn't have asked for a better season, so I'm really happy with how this season went, and I want to thank you guys for watching, and hope you guys leave a like on this video. Thank you.